What if I told you that the way you think about money right now is the single biggest thing standing between you and the life you actually want? Not the economy, not your salary, not the stock market, you. Because here is the truth. Financial power is not something you either have or you do not have. It is a level, and every single level comes with its own mindset, its own habits, and its own version of life. The version of life you are living right now is a direct reflection of the level you are operating at. So today, we are going to walk through every level of financial power. And more importantly, we are going to show you exactly what your life looks like at each one, where you are now, where you could be, and what it actually takes to climb. Welcome to Knox Invest. If you are new here, this channel is all about helping you understand money, build wealth, and take control of your financial future. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a video. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and we have got so much more powerful content coming your way. Now, let us get into it. Level 1. Financial Survival. At Level 1, every single day is about one thing: getting through it. You are not thinking about investing. You are not thinking about retirement accounts or passive income. You are thinking about rent. You are thinking about whether your card will go through at the grocery store. You are thinking about which bill you can delay paying this month without something getting shut off. This is the survival zone, and the painful reality is that millions of people are living here right now, not because they are lazy, not because they do not care, but because nobody ever taught them how money actually works. At this level, income is usually inconsistent or just barely enough to cover basic expenses. There is little to no savings. Debt, especially high-interest debt like credit cards and payday loans, starts to pile up. And the stress? The stress is relentless. Studies have actually shown that financial stress activates the same part of the brain as physical danger. Your body is literally in survival mode. And when your brain is in survival mode, it becomes almost impossible to think long-term. The escape from Level 1 is not a raise. It is not a lottery ticket. It is awareness. It starts with tracking every single dollar coming in and going out. It starts with cutting any expense, no matter how small, that is not keeping you alive or employed. And it starts with building what financial experts call a buffer. Even $50 saved is the beginning of breathing room, and breathing room is the beginning of everything else. Level 2. Financial Stability. Level 2 is where things start to feel less like an emergency. You have got a steady income, your bills are getting paid, mostly on time. You have maybe got a small emergency fund started. The panic is not constant anymore. But here is the danger zone of Level 2, comfort. Because comfort at Level 2 can trick you into thinking you have arrived. You have not. You have simply stopped drowning. And there is a massive difference between not drowning and actually moving forward. At this level, the biggest financial traps are lifestyle inflation and passive debt. Lifestyle inflation means every time income goes up, spending goes up with it. You get a raise, and suddenly you need a nicer car, a bigger apartment, more dining out. The extra money evaporates before it ever has a chance to build anything. Passive debt means making minimum payments and never actually closing out what you owe. You are staying even, not winning. The move from Level 2 to Level 3 requires intentionality. You have to decide to not spend every dollar you earn. You have to build a real emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in a separate account. You have to start paying down high-interest debt aggressively, not minimally. And you have to begin thinking about the future, even in small ways. A 401k contribution, a Roth IRA, something that tells your future self, I was thinking about you. Level 3. Financial security. Welcome to Level 3. This is where financial life starts to feel genuinely different. At this level, you have got a solid emergency fund. Your high-interest debt is gone or almost gone. You are consistently saving and investing a meaningful percentage of your income. And here is the big shift. You are starting to feel like money works for you, not the other way around. Your lifestyle at Level 3 looks noticeably different from Level 1 or 2. You can handle a surprise car repair without panicking. You can say yes to experiences, a vacation, a special occasion, without going into debt to do it. The baseline anxiety around money starts to lift. And that shift in your mental state is enormous. But here is what most people do not realize about Level 3. It is the level where discipline truly becomes a habit. Because the decisions you make here, how aggressively you invest, whether you start building additional income streams, how you think about your career and your earning potential, those decisions are the ones that determine how far you go from here. At Level 3, you want to be putting money to work consistently. Index funds, real estate, building skills that increase your income. You are not just saving for a rainy day anymore. You are building an engine, and the earlier you build that engine, the harder it works for you over time. This is the power of compounding. And at level 3, you finally start to feel it. Level 4, financial freedom. Level 4. This is the level most people dream about, but very few ever actually define clearly enough to achieve it. Financial freedom does not mean you are rich. Let me say that again. Financial freedom does not mean you are rich. It means your passive income covers your basic living expenses. It means that even if you never worked another day in your life, the lights stay on, the rent gets paid, food is on the table. That definition changes everything because suddenly financial freedom becomes something you can actually plan for. It is not a vague dream. It is a math equation. What do your essential expenses cost per month? What would it take in invested assets, rental income, or business income to cover that number without you actively working? That is your target. At level 4, your relationship with time is completely different. You have options. You can choose to work, but you do not have to work. You can take 3 months off and your financial life does not collapse. You can start a passion project without needing it to immediately pay your bills. You can say no to opportunities that do not align with what you actually want. The people who reach level 4 usually have a few things in common. They lived below their means for years, sometimes uncomfortably so. They invested consistently, even when the market was down. They were not seduced by the idea of looking wealthy. They were obsessed with becoming wealthy. There is a difference. One is performance, the other is a process. And the secret weapon at level 4? Multiple income streams. Not one job, not one paycheck, dividends, rental income, a side business, royalties, digital products. The more streams you have flowing into your life, the more stable and powerful your financial position becomes. Level 5, financial abundance. Level 5 is where financial power becomes generational. At this level, your personal expenses are a small fraction of what your assets produce. You are not just covered, you are overflowing. And the decisions you make at level 5 are no longer just about your life. They are about legacy. What does life look like at level 5? You give without thinking about what it costs you. You invest in other people, businesses, causes, opportunities, because you have the resources and the perspective to see value beyond your own immediate return. You have the time to focus entirely on what matters most to you. Family, purpose, impact, creativity. But here is what is fascinating about level 5. The people who reach it almost never describe money itself as the goal. Money becomes the tool, and what you build with that tool is what actually brings fulfillment. The wealthiest, most impactful people in the world, the ones who have built something truly lasting, they talk about purpose far more than they talk about profit. At level 5, your focus shifts from accumulation to stewardship. You are thinking about how assets are structured to outlive you. You are thinking about what values and financial principles you pass on to the next generation. You are thinking about how your resources can create opportunities for people who are still at level 1. And that full circle, from survival to abundance, from fear to freedom, that is the complete journey of financial power. The core principles across every level. No matter what level you're at right now, there are principles that apply universally. And if you ignore them at any level, you will struggle to move to the next one. First, know where your money goes. Always. At every level, the moment you stop tracking is the moment money starts slipping through your fingers. Second, spend less than you earn and invest the difference. This sounds simple. It is not easy, but it is the engine behind every single level of financial power. There is no workaround. There is no shortcut. Third, time in the market beats timing the market. The best time to start investing was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is never coming. What is coming is another year of either growth or stagnation, and that choice is yours. Fourth, your income ceiling is a skill ceiling. If you want to earn more, you have to become more. Invest in your education, your skills, your network. The market pays you based on the value you bring. Bring more value, earn more money. It is not complicated. It is just work. Fifth, protect what you build. Insurance, emergency funds, diversification. The goal is not just to reach a new level. It is to stay there. Financial setbacks can send you backward fast if you have no protection. Build smart, build safe. So here is the big picture. Your life at every level of financial power tells a story. Level 1 is survival. Level 2 is stability. Level 3 is security. Level 4 is freedom. Level 5 is abundance. And the journey between those levels is not determined by luck, by your background, or by how the economy is doing. It is determined by the decisions you make, consistently, about how you earn, how you spend, how you save, and how you invest. You do not have to go from level 1 to level 5 overnight. Nobody does. What matters is that you know where you are. You understand what the next level requires, and you commit to making the moves that get you there. One step, one habit, one decision at a time. That is what Knox Invest is here for. Every video on this channel is designed to give you the knowledge, the tools, and the mindset to level up your financial life. If this video gave you value today, smash that like button and make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss what is coming next. Drop a comment below and tell us what level are you at right now and what is your next move. Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and stay on your level up journey. This is Knox Invest. See you in the next one.